Hello, everybody! Welcome to another episode of CONVOS at Home.
Woohoo!
Happy New Year, babe!
Survived 2023 and now you're here, 2024.
Yeah, another year with your favorite online couple. Us. Wow!
What a self-promotion
Oh
year.
my! Diretsohin na natin. You know,
Yeah,
we've been
yeah,
doing
yeah.
it for quite a while. My name is Benedicto. You can call me Bea B.
My name is Jech and you can call me what? Jechy T?
Oh, parang pwedeng ano na, let's really own your new nickname for now. Broski Jech. Ayan, Broski Jech. Diba?
Dude, I'm still getting uncomfortable with it. Eh.
Really?
Yeah.
Even when people randomly call you like Broski.
That's fine.
Ah.
That makes me smile inside.
Smile in your heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have one pala, no?
Oh, you have a heart?
Yun.
Okay.
Wait. Like, anyway, so 2024, have you been following your resolutions properly?
My resolutions, I believe I have. Medyo naman. Pero you know what? I changed my resolutions. It's only been like a few days. But I changed my resolutions. My resolution now is just to stay the same.
What?
Does that make sense?
No.
I feel like we don't give ourselves enough credit for our amazingness. And this year, I just want to stay amazing. I twitch right there.
Hindi ko alam kung...
Ikaw, babe.
Hindi ko alam. Mag-Twitch?
Hindi, resolution.
Resolution. Well, I have one. Like, parang on weekends, I wanna wake up earlier pa rin. Yeah, because I wake up early on weekdays, diba?
Yes.
And weekends, I wake up so late.
Yeah, hindi mo pa rin ginagawa yun.
Yeah, so
Pero
I'm
okay lang.
gonna try to like do it talaga.
Okay.
2024 para mas
Okay.
productive. I think maybe that's my resolution. Be even more productive.
O sige, set na
Go.
natin yung alarm clock nyo. Anyway, guys, if you're listening to us on Twitter or X, make sure to follow PLDT Home.
And if you're listening to Convos at Home on podcast platforms, you can also follow PLDT Home.
And of course, if you want to watch us on YouTube or TikTok, please hit that subscribe button para you won't miss any Convos at Home episodes or content.
But you know what? It's really, really, like for me, a very, very exciting year. Thanks to everyone who's been, watching, listening, and just going through this journey with us, diba?
Yay!
For this episode, sobrang special ng
Oo
guest natin.
nga.
Pero mamaya na yun. Konting preview, diba?
Yeah, it's a new year and we're all very hopeful for what 2024 has in store for all of us. And since New Year naman, why don't you give your home Wi-Fi connection a boost for a smooth viewing experience when you avail of Fiber Plus Plan 1899.
That is powered by internet speeds of up to 200 Mbps and comes with 2 Wi-Fi mesh units plus more exciting promos and giveaways monthly.
Just visit pldthome.com/fiber-upgrade for more details.
Let's go to our first segment. It's always like my favorite part of the show before
Yeah.
before you botch the.
Hey, I don't watch nothing.
but yeah, let's go to Netizen Says.
Yaha. Okay, ito ang sinasabi ng mga citizens of the internet. Post number 1 is from Dantrum17. He says, I encourage you to embrace this new year with resilience. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Keep moving forward. You've got this. Strong arms, strong arms.
Pati yung emoji. Parang naglagaw ko sa ko, asa yung strong arm dyan? Parang yung emoji pala.
Yung macho arm, yung malaki yung bicep, yun yung emoji niya.
Tama. Okay naman. Parang gusto yung keep moving forward. Hindi ko lang masyadong gusto yung thought ng resilience.
Ganon?
Kaya parang, you shouldn't be resilient to everything.
That's true.
Diba?
That's true.
Ako lang naman yun.
Okay.
But yeah, post number 2, it's a tweet from Tosh. January pa lang, pero yung pagod ko parang 1 taon na. Bro, gets kita. Kakabalik ko lang from leave.
Oh.
1 day pa lang ako sa trabaho, pagod na ako. Alam mo yung si Gandalf, pumasok siya sa cave, parang pagbalik ko siya ko, I have no memory of this place.
Ganon.
Parang hindi ko talaga,
Gandalf vibes.
Tapos 400 yung unread emails
Oh
ko.
my goodness.
Grabe.
It's okay.
Grabe.
Take it easy. One by one. Okay? Pace ourselves lang. Kakasimula pa lang ng
Kaya nga.
Yeah. Ito galing kay Crestier. Bahala kayo kung inyo tong taong na to. Basta akin siya.
Wow, selfish ah.
Siya? Sino siya? Cresty.
Bakit sa kanya yung January
Wink, wink.
2024? Yeah, but speaking of sharing things online, one of the things we've always talked about here is how we can put our online platforms to good use. I feel like we always had it in our thoughts and we discussed it briefly, pero we haven't really delved deep into it.
Yeah, especially with social media, it's really a crazy world that we're all growing into. And here at CONVOS at Home, we want to share good internet things. So we invited someone who can teach us a thing or two on how we can improve our use of social media this year. Kailangan mo to.
Bakit?
Oh.
Bad user of social media ba ako? Bakit ko siya kailangan? Is that what you mean?
Who knows what I mean? Eto na po, she is a corporate editor, journalist, communication consultant, and content creator.
Let's all welcome Miss Chief Editor Pola Del Monte.
Woohoo!
Let's go.
Hi, hello.
You know,
Hello,
welcome to
Pola.
CONVOS at Home.
Thanks
Diba?
for having me in your very comfortable
Home?
Talaga ba? You like our couches?
Yes, I love
I decorated that myself.
Totoo ba?
Yeah. And
So
team
nice.
tayo. Thanks. So, welcome to CONVOS, Pola. How has your 2024 been so far?
Parang si Jech, pagod na rin ako. Just
Pagod na.
kidding. No, actually, the last quarter of last year, I had food poisoning and then I was in a wheelchair.
Oh my goodness.
And in December, I was attached to an oxygen tank.
What?
So sobrang eventful nung last quarter of the year. And I think this is my second chance at life. So 2024 is like my, it's true pala what it is. I got confined in December for pneumonia, which was super unexpected because I never got COVID.
My gosh.
Yeah, and then there was one evening where I really struggled to breathe, mga 3 hours. So that
Wow.
really changes you pala. Parang I thought it was a cliche when people say that, when you're near death, parang after that it changes you. But it really does. Parang, yeah, so I'm super positive about 2024. And I'm so glad that I'm here
Yeah.
to start my year.
Yeah. And just do everything you want, diba?
Yes.
Oo nga.
Yun, grab every opportunity, go to every place you wanna go to.
Live your life.
Live
yes.
your life.
Oo.
Anong
My gosh.
pinagkakabalahan mo ngayong kakapasok ng January?
Actually, I just got back from Subic.
Yun.
So, yeah, I'm fixing a soon to be Airbnb there.
Wow.
Kaya
So-
nang pala pagod.
She's a businesswoman, yo. I love it.
Yeah, but I've been busy with work as usual. My office mates were so sweet. Hello to my office mates. And when I was hospitalized, they sent me a care package which includes Joe Malone. So sobrang
Wow.
Wow.
parang kailangan kong bumalik talaga.
Ng hospital?
No, kaya kailangan kong bumalik sa work.
Akala ko bumalik ng hospital.
Hindi naman. Oy, please. Knock
Wag
on
yan,
wood.
wag yan. Ito, madaming wood dyan.
Para isa pang
Yeah.
Joe Malone daw.
No naman.
Oh, balik work na.
Yeah. But please tell us a bit about your work background. And I'm sure everyone's curious. For those who don't know, for those who know, you guys already know.
Now you know. So, I have a corporate job. I'm a corporate editor. I'm more in bids and proposals. But I also do freelance independent journalist. I write for CNN. I also started writing for Cosmo last year. But my first job, reporting job or job in the media was actually at Business World. I spent 6 years, which is a lifetime, diba, in millennial years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 6 years at Business World is really where I learned the ropes of journ, of business reportage and everything. And then I transferred, parang I wanted to explore digital more because as you know, Business World is newspaper, so it
Yeah.
was really print, and it was really a great foundation for me to learn about reporting. But I also wanted to explore digital more, so I joined an agency in Singapore. It's a digital marketing agency, and then my page now, which is Miss Chief Editor, I think is a culmination of all of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
What inspired you to start that page or start that account?
Yeah.
Super by accident. So, a breakup.
Ganon.
Oh.
Kasi diba, it was a long relationship, 4 years. So, diba, after that kind of period, after a long period, and then suddenly wala ka nang ginagawa, your Fridays are free. So, I had more time. And then there was an open letter on Facebook that I saw from a local politician na open letter to Mark Zuckerberg. Tapos parang, really? So, kinritik ko siya sa stories ko. And then, for some reason, my friends from different industries, like may lawyer, ganyan, parang,
Yeah.
uy, ganun pala magsulat ng business letter. So, yeah, and then they told me, baka you can share it on like a more public platform. They even told me TikTok, but I'm not a TikToker. So, like Instagram, I'm an Instagram native. So that's where it started. And you really didn't expect to have a lot of followers, especially when celebrities would follow me. Super.
That's
Like,
cool.
How does that feel?
Sobrang kilig. Parang naniniwala sila sa akin. Ano, it's imposter syndrome siguro. But yeah, super kilig. Like, I'm just scrolling. Tapos biglang, new follower, Heidelin Diaz. Parang,
Oh,
my gosh.
Nice.
Yeah,
Idol!
super kilig.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that people are interested in that kind of content. Even if you're not a writer or you're not in comms.
Oh, buti pala you
Yeah.
tried it out. Like you just posted it.
I know.
And it worked out.
Super random.
Ganun
You should
pala.
have
So guys,
Pola
don't
write.
be shy.
You should
Ano?
have your Pola write your business letters.
Oh, please write my business.
Or,
Yeah. Diba?
Hire na natin siya.
Yeah. Because sometimes when you make me write your letters, you say it's too aggressive.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You need a lesson on how to make it more appealing to viewers.
Parang demand letter yan.
Iba-iba dapat eh. Medyo OA sa lawyer husband ko.
Oh.
But when you do talk about your page now, could you discuss like the digital age? It has really transformed from journalism before,
Yes.
right? And what would you say are the biggest challenges that you had to face in this transition?
so I think I'm very blessed that I have the background from legacy media, or what you might call traditional media. Kasi now in digital, anyone can produce content, diba? Without and ako rin, I guess, as in my page, it's just one of me, as opposed to when I was at Business World, for example. There is an entire editorial room with multiple layers of validating the facts, getting the stories right, and even down to the middle initial of every source, we had to put that in. Ganun ka factual. But now with digital, everyone has that platform. Diba? Anyone can post about anything they want, regardless if factual or hindi. So I think that's a challenge, but I guess that's also what I get to do in my page, parang to share some of my knowledge about the fundamentals of responsible reporting.
Oo. And I think that would set you apart from any other Instagram account na, di ba, parang random lang yung mga pinopost nila. It's just their own opinions, right?
I guess it's a very niche market
Yeah.
also.
Sobrang big issue ba yung responsible use of social media when it comes to people, like let's say you've come from traditional journalism, diba? Is it something you discuss among your peers or your contemporaries?
Of course, it's very dangerous also kasi the impact of fake news, for example,
Yeah.
it's really big. So, yeah, and sometimes you get, there are influencers who really don't care about whether it's factual or not. There's an interview, I'm not gonna mention who, pero on that
Go
interview,
mention who.
no, baka ako yung next na. But di ba parang sabi niya, he doesn't fact check anymore. He will just correct it as Pag once it's published.
So lalaki siya.
Blind item. So yeah, it's actually quite dangerous if you think of it. It's
Yeah.
it's empowering, but it's also dangerous.
Yeah. So yun nga, parang for you guys who've come from traditional media journalism, diba? How do you guys opine or view these things in terms of like dissemination of information? Kasi sabi mo nga yung sa inyo before, down to the pinaka-minute details, fact check nyo.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang ano yung, just you guys have any like, random thoughts or reactions on these things?
I think it's an industry issue, and I think it's something bigger than any of us. I think it's also not just the fault of the netizens or the influencers or the social media content creators, but also the platform itself. Facebook has allowed us to post anything we want at any time. The moment you open the app, it's what's on your mind. It's not what have you thought of over the past few days that you've really analyzed carefully. Hindi ganun eh. Parang it encourages you to post impulsively. And a lot of us, diba, syempre, anyone, kahit naman ako, my impulsive thoughts are not always the best thoughts, diba? A lot of us need to process. So, yeah, I think it's a huge problem that is not just, parang can be solved by one person or an industry or a sector, but I think it's an entire system. Yeah.
Parang Twitter, diba? It's just like you...
It can just go viral like that.
Yeah. In terms of in terms of like audience engagement or interaction, there is also a big difference between traditional journalism and this digital age, diba?
Yeah. I mean, before kasi kunwari, newspaper, diba? The following day palalabas yung article. Pero now, they expect the news like when it happens. Diba? And people get to weigh in. And sometimes, immediately. And kunwari before, yung newspaper, when you have the paper, you get the headline, then you read the content. But on Facebook, you have the headline lang. And then you have to click on it. Pero not a lot of people would like to click on links, diba? I mean, I think kaya rin eh. That's also one of the problems, I think, that's exacerbating yung about fake news is people will only read the headlines and then comment on the headline kaagad.
Tama.
Because ganun din yung setup of the platform. It doesn't encourage you to... Kasi ang tagal mag-load, diba? Internet speed.
Baka di
dapat
naka-PLDT Home. Baka di naka-PLDT Wi-Fi.
Kaya kailangan naka-PLDT sila.
Diba?
Yeah.
Gusto mo yun? Pinasa ko yun? Diba?
Yun. So, yung platform, the design of the platforms itself, diba? It also discourages people from learning more. Parang, if you just read the headline, pwede ka na agad mag-comment.
That's true.
That is true. That is true.
Ganun
Actually,
nga,
sometimes
no?
I am like that. Like,
You?
Yeah. No. I'm just very sometimes.
Very, very sometimes.
Man, I feel like I'm still stuck in 2023. What have I been saying, man?
Ganda, babe.
Oo nga. What?
Okay, well. Naiiyak na siya. Okay, but that's true, right? You do see sometimes, it could be any random article on Facebook. And nagko-comment na lahat ng mga tao. And yung mga comments sa comments, it's like, basahin mo kasi. Parang, di ba, magre-react na sila kasi hindi nila binasa. Eh, puro clickbait pa naman yung mga headlines or yung mga titles. So, it's really like a confusing place to be in the internet. Hi. Anyway, so what about you when you're making your content? Do you have a specific example or could you share a story where you shared an issue and how people reacted to it there? Anong difference nila?
So I think that's why I post directly on Instagram. And through the carousel is also because immediate then. I don't need them to click and go to my website.
Tama.
Or parang you can immediately scroll. So that's why I like the design of Instagram. And also I guess I think the crowd on Instagram is a bit different from Facebook.
Yes.
So that's another thing. Kaya parang I prefer Instagram. I don't really post on Facebook na. Kasi it's easier to control the crowd. so to speak. In terms of events, I would say the recent Golden Globes, the one about
snap.
Jokoy. So I had my own take. I uploaded my own take about that. But my angle was communication lessons from that event. So actually, pretty good comments about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think something important that I learned then and what I preach would be you have to prepare people for something that you're going to say, and you temper and ready them before you drop your
joke or your
yeah.
yeah.
Which is something that not a lot of people do kasi nga impulsive eh.
Yeah.
So I always say this a lot. I always teach this in my Instagram. It's called the deductive method from the Barbara Minto pyramid principle. So you start with, and this is effective then for business letters. Actually, it started from McKinsey consulting company. So this is how they would frame their proposals to clients. So you start with a neutral, non-controversial statement.
Okay.
And then saka ka mag-go dun sa complication. However, I also think that blah, blah, blah. So at the start, with a non-controversial statement, at least you find some middle ground with the person that you want to communicate with, diba? Instead of, no, ganon agad. Then ganon naman tayo, diba, on social media, especially pag yung comments nga sa links, parang, ay, hindi, mali yan, ganyan. So you want to start it off with acknowledging the other person first. Parang, yes, you raised some good points. I kind of agree. However, I also believe that blah, 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 blah. So that's the middle part of ano. And then the last part would be like a call to action or something like a resolution or something. So, yeah, it's a format that I follow, and I also post about a lot on my page.
And your comments on that whole Jokoy issue was received very well, diba?
Yeah, there was just one comment about there was just one negative one. Just parang
you can't please everyone, I guess.
Yeah, kasi parang sabi niya, why mention sexism? And I'm like, yeah, that's why I said it's polarizing.
Yeah.
Some people would say it's not sexist, some would say ano. So that's why I said it's polarizing. But the rest parang they like daw how I balanced both sides. Kasi I did, parang I said in that post na all of us were rooting for Jokoy, diba? Nobody wanted to see him fail. However, not because he's Filipino doesn't mean he gets a free pass from being critiqued for something that he said that might promote sexism. And then parang instead of being very emotional, I think I also, one of the things that I guess makes people agree would be I give them the details. Parang why this is not effective. It's not really, ang pangit ng pagkakasulat. You have to tell them why. There was no period or it's a run-on sentence yeah, you have to give them the details.
Yeah. I remember that issue was blowing up while we were traveling, diba?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but speaking of the Golden Globes, you can catch it on Lionsgate Play, diba? You know, if you know, if you
want
can
to relate to what we're talking about right now.
or if you want to relive. I mean, I'm a fan, diba? I'm a fan of Jokoy. So, I really have those things usually, like if I have something negative to say, I don't really say it na lang. I only say it to my wife. Kasi siya na nun makakaalam.
I know all your secrets.
I know. And there aren't a lot. But okay, like speaking of that particular experience, what was the thought process when you made that content? Like sabi mo nga, it's also very instantaneous, diba? But at the same time, I feel like because you've come from a very traditional background, there's still extensive thought process that went into it, diba? And I'm sure you edited before you posted.
Yeah.
I just want you to. I hope you can give us an insight on how you made it, diba?
Well, for one, I didn't post it immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I would say I took. Was it shown on Monday night or Tuesday night? Then I posted it on Friday. So
pinag-isipan mo talaga.
That gave me a lot of time to think. And some people kasi say, dapat online, if there's a trending topic, you jump ka agad. But actually, parang there's another study that sa first few days, it's just a news item. So the commentaries can come after. So that everyone's aware now of what's happened. So that also gave me the confidence na it's okay if I post mga 3 days or 4 days later. And only if I really want to post about something. So ganun. I thought about it and I listened to other sources as well. Comedians, another podcast, ganyan. Para I can also have a bigger picture of the, para hindi lang yung opinion ko.
Oo. Actually, mahirap talaga yun, especially kung sensitive yung topic. You really have to see it from different points of view.
Yes.
Well, has there been anything that you've posted about like a sensitive topic?
Me?
I don't recall if
I don't
meron.
post anything sensitive. It's always like, what shoes am I wearing? Ganon.
No. But I feel like that's something people don't do on social media, diba? Because the
Yeah.
reaction is very instantaneous talaga eh.
Oo nga eh.
And it's very, like what you said, impulsive. So if there's a topic, if there is a photo, if there's a video, they won't even think. They'll
They
just really
say.
react.
Yeah.
Diba?
They just
And
say what's on their
everyone
mind.
wants to have their own hot take
Yeah.
about something.
Yeah.
Even if they're not really the best person to talk about it. Diba? But because we have the platform, diba, people parang they want to see, this is my opinion, ganyan. It's fine. I mean, but I think it's also important that if you want to share a hot take, especially publicly, not within your network lang, then
yeah.
you think about it then.
Gets.
Oo nga. So it's really very brave actually what
Yeah.
Pola is doing.
Yeah. Because you know what I would do? I would just like, I'd like it na lang, or I'll put like an emoji.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. That's what I would do, diba? Parang neutral lang. And then I'll be like, babe, alam mo kasi.
Oo. Between us na lang.
Oo, between us na lang, ganyan. Hindi, pero galing.
Oo,
and
magaling.
I like how, if you were listening properly, like, what Paula did was, she didn't react to it immediately. Parang
Take your time.
took her time, listened to other sources, validated the information, diba? And I suppose, yung favorite ko yung in-edit mo muna, I suppose, read mo bago mo i-post.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yun yung ayoko lagi pag nagbabasa ako ng hot take online, tapos ang daming typo. Pet peeve ko yun. Pero that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Yun.
So, okay, as we face 2024, what do you think are some of the trends or practices?
Best practices.
Best practices that you would recommend for, people writing on their social media platforms?
I think big picture thinking. Kasi nga, because we're impulsive, we only think about our own perspective. And in media, one thing that I learned talaga was before I write about something, you have to take a step back first. And yun nga, look at the big picture. And sometimes we, on social media naman, diba, since mas mabilis nga, we sometimes forget to look at the big picture. Parang, diba, it's only about us, how we feel, what we experience, but how about, ano yung mas malaking impact of something, what's the background, etc. So I think that's one. Another one would be, I would go back always to Paz Latorena, one of the Filipino writers back in the 30s, 50s. She said 3 things about good writing. So good writing, according to her, should have these 3 things. The first is intellectual value. The second is emotional value. I think emotional value ang dami pag on social media, di ba? Puro entertainment, which is good. And the third is ethical value. Di ba? What if you have a message? What does it do in the long run? Does it better society or does it make it worse?
That is cool. Kasi nga, parang I feel that people have this platform lang, and they're not really thinking about how it would affect others when they post about something, di ba? Yung sa iba, naisip po ba kung anong effect ng mga pinopost mo?
I like to think I bring joy. Ikaw ba?
Especially when you post about our cat, no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yun lang. No, but that's good. Kasi parang I didn't pursue it, but I came from a communication background also. So some of these things that you're mentioning were some of the things I should have been listening to when my prof was talking, but or lecturing. But yeah, it sounds familiar. Pero tama yun eh. Kasi I suppose if you think about it, everyone now is like a little journalist in their own right with respect to their page, with respect to their account.
Yeah.
Kasi before, how would you be able to listen to someone's opinion? You buy a magazine, you buy a newspaper, you listen to, you watch TV, you listen on the radio, di ba? Ngayon, you go online, let's say I click Bea Benedicto, ano pinagsasabi nito?
Oo.
Di ba?
Nagkukwento na naman siya about bags. Ayan.
Ano
So
ba yan?
everyone is a little journalist on their own. That's a
Diba?
nice idea.
Nabawi ko ba yung
my God.
Very sometimes.
Oo nga. It's time for a little break now. Very sometimes ka dyan. From all of these questions with a little game we call
Like, comment, or share.
Okay, are you ready? In this game, we'll show you a series of social media posts and all you have to do is react with a like, a comment, or a share. And syempre, pag sinabi mong comment, you have to let us know what your comment will be. Think about it before you say it, okay?
Pwede rin,
Let's go.
pwede rin like, comment, and share.
Oh, pwedeng all.
Kung gusto mo.
Pwedeng
Kung gusto mo.
none.
Diba? Diba?
Lahat na lang.
Dito tayo sa post number 1 from Maddie Cruz.
Uy.
Grabe to.
Oo.
Diba?
Sabi niya, because remember, in the business of influence, authenticity is the currency.
Grabe talaga. I-message ko ata magkatawa.
Do we give this?
Authenticity is the
Oh,
current.
galing. Do we give this a like, comment, or a share?
Ano bang heart? I love
Heart.
it.
Ayun.
Yeah.
Ah.
So like, pero heart
Like,
kung meron.
Oo.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you, Maddie.
Ang ganda. Ang ganda
Yeah,
nun.
kasi I think, sabi ko like, pero may comment.
No, feel free. Feel
Comment
free.
din. Also, what's
Feel
your comment?
free.
No, kasi di ba,
May wrong grammar ba?
wala. Authenticity is really important nga.
I know.
And, being comfortable in your personality and in your own story, in your own background, and using that for your own hot takes, di ba? As opposed to just riding on the bandwagon,
Yeah.
copying what everyone says, but your own personal take from your own, di ba? Your own background as an individual. Yeah, sometimes it's lost online.
That to me naman I think is the drawback for me of like Instagram. I feel like a lot more users are not so authentic there.
Yeah.
Yeah, parang I mean
Sa
I
photos especially.
yeah, just because you said a while ago you prefer Instagram, diba? Ako naman parang I think like there are pros and cons in terms
Yes,
of the
yeah.
Instagram. I
That's true.
feel like is where that particular quote should apply more. Diba?
Be more authentic. Be more you.
Kasi parang, I swear man, like some of these people, I know them like in person, they're my friends and whatever, pero iba yung Instagram persona nila. Diba?
But I guess that's also why some stand out and others don't. Diba?
Pwede. Yeah. Diba? Bakit sobrang iba ba yung Instagram persona mo? Ano to ang buhay mo?
Oo, bakit ako bigla?
Di ba?
Nag-agree lang ako sa inyo eh.
Diba? Dito tayo sa post number 2 by Vodka Sparkles.
Wow,
Hey,
sparkly.
2 things I like.
Wow. Ano sabi niya?
Petition for people to stop using should of instead of should have. It literally hurts my eyes. Sorry, before you react, this is so prevalent with Americans though. And not
Yeah.
I'm not singling them out, but like when I read comments online,
Oo.
they use should of all the time.
Yeah.
And I feel like di ba dapat mas magaling kayo mag-English sa
Should've.
amin?
Maybe
Pero-
when you say it fast kasi should've sounds like of
Yeah,
should've.
but it's apostrophe VE, di ba?
Yeah. Okay. So, ibato natin kay Pola. Do you give this a like, comment, or a share?
I'm gonna ignore this.
Feeling ko marami siyang gustong sabihin pero hindi niya masabi.
Actually, people think that I'm a grammar Nazi, pero hindi.
Talaga?
Yeah, kasi my background talaga, I mean, in college, my course was English Studies. And in
Nice.
English language pa nga eh. So, there we were taught about prescriptivism, which is following the rules or
Okay.
that there are set rules in language. And descriptivism, which is just recording and observing how people actually use language in the real world. Diba? So,
So
if you-
ito, it
so that-
falls
so-
under descriptivism.
So, this person is prescriptivist kasi para sa kanya, you never should say should have. It has to be should have. So
Yeah.
they're setting a standard, diba? They're prescribing how people should use language. But descriptivism, on the other hand, is language is evolving because language evolves naman talaga. So a lot of, kaya that's another perspective too.
Diba?
Galing talaga mag-explain ni Pola.
Oo nga.
Diba? Very, diba parang na-calm down ka niya tuloy. Diba? Galit na galit ka sa should off mo.
Hindi,
Tapos
galit
siya
pa rin ako.
in-explain niya na pwede din pala yung should off. Diba? Galing. I'm impressed.
Just I mean, at my work, diba, as an editor, syempre, I follow this. Pero in real life, I don't usually call out pag grammatical errors or whatever for that reason. Kaya for me, parang substance is the most important part of what we're saying. Diba?
That's cool. Ako rin,
That's
I don't call out. Diba?
What?
Ito naman.
You don't?
Babe, diba kanina, I just tell you. I don't post about it. Let's go to post number 3. I think it's like in the same boat, diba? Nag-claim. From Anne.
Ajuma.
I'll just say
Aju
Anne.
Marjorie.
Yeah.
Oh. She's an Ajuma kasi. Gets? Aju
Okay,
Marjorie.
Anne. From Anne. Nag-claim, hindi nag-claimed. Pagyayaman ako, paggawa ko billboard, para sa kaalaman ng lahat, Pinoy past tense.
I'm gonna be honest, pina-follow ko yung page na yun. Yung Pinoy. Kasi funny naman din. Pero yun nga, I know better. I should know better, diba?
Yeah,
Pero minsan kasi
descriptivism.
medyo funny eh. Yung posts,
No, but this is a very Pinoy thing.
This one is very
A while
Pinoy.
ago, that's a very American thing. This one's a very Pinoy thing. Yung talaga naka-past tense. Yeah.
Naka-past
Kasi
tense na, pero
redundant
may
na
nan.
eh.
Oo.
Diba? Redundant,
You know,
nag na. Tapos ED. So,
Yeah. You know, the favorite question I get, my favorite question that I get asked a lot on my social media is like with respect to like shoes. Where did you bought that?
Yes.
o diba? Natatawa naman ako.
Yeah, I'm like,
Hindi
yeah,
na madalas.
Yun,
Oo.
where did you bought that? Sabi ko, pero hindi ako nagko-correct.
answer.
Hindi ako nagko-correct.
Oo.
Sabihin ko lang, from this shop, from that shop, di ba? Ganun lang.
Pero yun yung madalas.
I feel like Filipinos have a affinity for the past tense eh. Di ba?
Pero I shouldn't laugh. Kasi I should know better. Pero syempre, hindi mo naman ma-unlearn lahat, diba? Kasi, and this is also an interesting perspective. We usually don't discriminate pag alam natin race, gender, ganyan. Pero when it comes to language, pag wrong grammar, ganyan, meron pa ring, diba? May judgment pa din.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that-
language use.
Interesting.
So, wag na tayo tumawa.
Yeah, so,
Behave.
okay, so anong reaction natin dito? Comment, like, or share?
Ignore na lang din.
Ignore.
Pero deep inside, natawa din naman ako.
Deep inside
So-
like naman.
So,
Hindi
laughing
dapat.
emoji.
Ito, post by Mantoto. I love when influencers vlog their bad days too. Not because I relish their misfortune, but like, it's nice to see life is not good all the time and you're not the only one.
Nice.
Nice.
Diba?
Share yan, share.
Oh, you give this a share?
Oh, of course.
I agree.
Yeah.
Kasi nga sabi natin kanina, Instagram is so curated and it sometimes looks fake. Oh, I just woke up pero may makeup, diba?
Yeah.
But
Di ba ganun
it is-
kalagi?
yes. I have yes done this. Blush lang naman konti. Hindi kunyari blushing in the morning. Anyway, but I do like this because sometimes you would share something that has happened in your life and a lot of people will relate to you and you'll touch them in ways that you couldn't just by babe, why are you laughing?
That sounds
Never
so
mind.
wholesome.
Okay,
Okay.
so would you give this a like, a comment, or a share?
Share for sure.
Oh.
No, that is cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
I remember whenever you would post about personal experiences, something that you went through, that's when you get the most reactions, the most engagement. Diba?
Totoong engagement.
Totoong engagement, hindi yung mga fellow influencers mo lang din yung nakiki-engage.
And then rin, diba, when we talk about mental health,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's more effective when people, don't just post about the good days.
Yeah.
But also yung process, when is it difficult, for example.
This is like a super simple example. Pero, parang lagi ako may mga positive engagement when I post that I'm stuck in traffic. And people would always be like, "Oy, ako rin." And then may mga iba nagsabi na traffic ka rin pala.
Wow.
Di ba? Or parang nagmamaneo ka, parang isa ko, naman, may traffic eh, di ba?
Oo nga.
Oo, ganun.
For something as simple as that.
Yeah. I just, second yan, so where did you bought that?
Yeah.
Di ba? Ito, post number 5 from Kaylee. Don't trade in your authenticity for the approval of others due to FOPO.
Wow, bago yan.
Oy, bago to Fear of people's opinions. Wow. Did she just make that up?
I have no idea.
Is
That's
that
the
a-
first time I've heard it.
Oh,
But
I only
guess
know
it's a term.
FOMO eh.
Yeah. So do we give this a like, comment, or a share? FOPO.
I like it. But I'm gonna research about FOPO. First time ko rin siya marinig.
Diba?
Yeah.
Oh, you learned something new here.
Iba yung alam kong Popo. The police. Diba? That's the only one I know. That's cool. I learned something also.
And thank you, Pola, for answering and participating in our game.
And
I like
ignoring
it.
two
Ignoring
posts.
2 posts.
Scroll.
This is the first time a
Scroll
guest
past,
has ignored
Ignore.
or has refused to react.
Oo.
Diba?
Merong
No
none
comment.
of the above, pero walang ignore.
Yeah.
Scroll past.
And again, since it's 2024, guys, give your home Wi-Fi connection a boost when you avail of Fiber Plus Plan 1899.
That is powered by internet speeds of up to 200 Mbps, and it comes with 2 Wi-Fi mesh units, plus more exciting promos and giveaways monthly.
Visit pldthome.com/fiber-upgrade for more details.
All right, let's go back to our questions. Deep dive. Ito na. Anong advice mo for our individuals who are maybe looking to improve their social media presence, or they want to use their platforms for a positive impact? Anong advice natin? Baka mga top 3, ganun. Or
Dapat pinipressure mo naman.
sorry
Pwede
naman.
namang isa o dalawa lang.
sige, isa lang.
Top 3.
Bakit? Mali mo kasi may mini advice.
Parang may gusto na siyang sabihin. Nakita ko sa mukha. Sige, sabi mo tatlo. Tatlo.
Magdadagdag akong 2.
Sorry. Okay, isa lang po. Ayan, advice natin, general advice.
Pansin ko on social media, pag merong medyo trying hard, yung parang they just copy how fashion influencers, for example, or food bloggers, pero yung substance wala. So, I think that's the number one requirement for me. Yung substance or yung value, like what value does your content really add? Kasi some will Google topics on, parang nice topics for social media 2024.
Wow.
Mga
Right.
ganyan, diba?
Right.
Okay.
Kasi keywords, blah, blah, blah. Pero ano yung value? Kasi ultimately, people will follow you if you add value, diba? Kung meron talagang substance. So, I think yun yung unang dapat isipin ng anyone who wants to build their social media. Ano yung niche mo and what's your brand? What's your
Gets.
own personal flavor? What value will you add?
I super agree with that kasi that sometimes I like to have nerdy. Why is everyone laughing?
Sorry. When she said flavor, parang nagutom ako.
I was like, I haven't even said anything. Yeah. But sometimes you have like nerdy conversations about social media.
Yeah.
Like when I like to analyze things kasi I like to research, I like to analyze. So parang sabi ko, alam mo yung parang pansin ko ngayon, kung wala kang value added, yun yung hindi mo nasusustain yung audience mo.
Yeah.
Diba? Kaya nga parang sasabi ko kunwari, like, yung kay Bea, anong value added na yung dinadala nung post mo? Diba? I guess may natututunan ba sila?
Yeah.
Meron ba sila nakuha out of it? Parang ganun.
Napaisip tuloy ako sa social media ko.
Hindi, dati hindi ganun eh.
Oo, dati hindi kasi.
Kasi konti pa lang before. Pero now na-saturated na yung market.
Super. After,
you have to,
when the pandemic, I was telling her nga, parang before the pandemic, there were only a handful of them.
yeah.
And they were called pa vloggers, diba? Parang, Or yung pag-parents, vlogger yan, di ba?
Vlogger yan. Oh.
but seriously, like, so when the pandemic happened, everyone became like a social media presence.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
Tas accessible sa Shopee yung mga ring light.
Yeah.
Diba? So
Yeah.
production value, umakyat.
Tama.
Oh.
I think that's a good one piece of advice. Ako, pagkatanong ako sa advice, isa lang okay na. Diba? Just diba, parang what's the
They
value?
need two more.
Sorry naman.
Meron ka bang dalawa? Parang value, diba? Value /
O
substance.
sige, I'll add.
Oh, sige.
It's also on my page yung 3 pillars of writing. So yun din naman yung number 1, substance. So I think yun talaga yung pinaka-important. Doesn't matter if ang ganda-ganda ng language, ng grammar, eloquent, whatever. Pero kung wala naman laman, di ba? Anong purpose? So yun yung number 1 is value. The second is structure. So like what I said earlier, yung before you drop your controversial take is, parang give acknowledgement to other people. And, try to find the middle ground. Doesn't need them, not because you disagree, doesn't mean that you have to attack, diba? Or just totally parang, So structure yung next. And you also try to make it clear in the way you deliver your message. Yung parang, especially pag ang dami-daming difficult words, or if the sentence are long and technical, then you cut it up. Diba? So structure is also very important. And then the last one is style, or your language, what you use, and if it suits your audience.
Right. Parang,
So 3 na yan.
Oh, ayun.
parang
Thanks.
4 na nga yata yun eh. Parang yun, gusto ko lang mag-react dun yung parang, di mo kailangan mag-thesaurus, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi yung mga ibang tao, grabe, pag nagka-post
chill.
sila, parang, you don't need to use those big words, man. Di ba?
Totoo yan.
Oo. Malay mo, gusto niya yung big words na yun.
Eto. Pero, yun yung parang, I would say, those are great pieces of advice for responsible and good social media use. What about in terms of like audience engagement? Meron bang key strategy or meron ka bang best practices kung paano mo pinapalago yung audience engagement mo?
Ako, I think I'm very lucky that I was able to target, na hindi ko sinasadya, pero yung following ko is very niche. Very niche nga, usually they're also in marketing or writing or comms. And they're very, parang ang dami nilang
Opinionated?
good ideas.
or-
Yeah. So
Nice.
I think I'm pretty lucky. Pero I also learned how to moderate comments. I don't know, babe, if you do that. Kasi, and this is something that I also ask other people content creators. Kasi I think there's also a responsibility on the side of the page owner to direct the conversation. Ako, I think because my topics are a bit sometimes controversial. So, sometimes if meron, I think, misleading na comment, pero valid, pinag-isipan, hindi ko naman i-hide, pero I will reply na, okay, yeah, I think this is right, but I don't think blah, blah, blah. So, yun. How about you? Oh, nagtanong talaga.
Ikaw na
Di
pala
ko-
interviewer. But I agree, because sometimes they will say things that are parang off, and it is your
Oo,
page,
yeah.
right? So if it is very like a really weird comment, I do sometimes hide them.
Yeah.
Or I feel like if it's just a random insult, delete ko siya. Pero alam mo, si Jech, hindi siya ganun eh.
Oh,
Pinapatulan.
Ayun
Yan
nga,
ang
yung
pumapatol.
comment. Diba,
Oo.
you direct the conversation.
Papatulan
Yeah.
kita mag-comment ka sa page ko.
Natakot.
I'm very friendly on mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very nice. So I will not fight you. I'll just hide your comment. Ganon.
Yeah.
Pero,
No, but I think, sorry, I just wanted to say, I think sa kanya it depends on the topic.
yeah,
Yes,
they're
yes.
generally, naman.
Yeah, if it's like
neutral,
a-
positive.
If it's like a mundane topic,
Yeah, yeah.
or let's say it's a post lang about, wala lang, parang let's say post of some fashion post.
Yeah.
I don't think she cares.
Yeah, wala
Yeah.
naman.
Pero,
Pero-
she has some certain topics that she's very, she has an advocacy for. So parang for example, like before, mas yung sobrang active niya about fitness, people would ask her about parang mga tips, ganyan. And then there would be comments din doon na parang misleading or parang, ganito yung gagawin mo kasi mali yung ginagawa mo. Talaga siya, mag-reply siya, hindi, parang ganun.
Yeah, parang you have to defend it.
Yeah. Or minsan hide, diba? I think that's also a valid move. Lalo na pag hindi pinag-isipan, yan talagang bash lang or
wala lang na
impulsive.
Yeah.
You have to take note also that the people behind these pages have our own mental health to take care of also. So we can't just take in everything you're saying.
Yes.
So, kailangan din, may konting yun yung care natin sa sarili natin. Hide! So I don't see it.
Yeah. Kasi it hurts din naman.
Diba?
So you don't respond when there's like I mean,
It depends. Yeah. Pag hindi pinag-isipan and talagang just there para manggulo. Actually, I asked sa stories, parang what do you want me to do pag may gantong kasi at the start, konti lang. Kunwari nung mga 4K, 5K pa lang followers. And yun nga, very engaged sila. So, nung biglang may first basher. My
You've
number
arrived.
one. Yeah.
You've arrived.
So, tinanong ko, what do you want me to do pag may gantong comments? And then, sabi nila, parang yung number one, was ignore. So, okay. So, okay lang. But I don't need to defend myself always.
Yeah,
So,
you don't.
okay, noted. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing it correctly, but I usually reply.
Minsan reply niya, mema.
I would. That's my favorite reply. Like sometimes like if it's so off topic or parang sobrang off ang layo talaga, mag-reply na ako mema.
As in yun lang,
never.
Mema.
Mema.
Wow.
I could not.
Yeah. And you know what? Like a lot of people have messaged me that they find it so entertaining when I do that. Yeah.
He has like a compilation of
Yeah, I've got a compilation.
video clips.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't just say mema. Like for example, sometimes, okay, like when the comments directed towards me, that's when I usually don't care or parang that's when I just say mema. Parang when it's about other people in my content, tas parang yun yung binabash yung ibang tao, doon ako talagang nag-reply.
Nainis siya pa.
Nainis ako. Kasi parang that's someone else eh. So parang ganun, di ba?
Gets.
So,
Yeah.
Yun
And
yung
sometimes
sa akin.
okay din mag-reply ng vague.
yeah. I just say mema or...
Para lang ma-replyan siya, pero hindi ka naman nasa side nag-agree.
Yeah, you know, like, there was...
In-acknowledge mo.
I don't know if I've done that, but like for example, like me, there's one time I was one of my contents was like may kasama ako and then we were talking about I think his particular outfit ganyan. Then parang may basher na parang sabi sa super negative. So nag-reply ako na parang wow, turuan mo naman kami. Diba? Tapos wala, hindi na sila mag-reply after.
Yun na yun.
Yun na yun. Diba? So I don't know.
Or na-hurt ka? Or
No, if it's towards me, I don't get hurt usually. But if it's, I don't think I get hurt also when it's other people. It's just that I don't appreciate it when you are bashing someone randomly.
Interesting. So, magkaiba kayo ng resilience, no?
Iba.
Na, not naman resilience, but like tolerance, I guess, is the term.
Yeah.
No?
And I think because of my background, I always respond.
Yeah, because you're a lawyer, diba?
Yeah. Loving husband. That's my primary job.
Yeah.
Diba? Cat father is my that's the second one. Lawyer, I think, comes like fifth or something. Diba? But here, let's just go back to
okay, back to
responsible social media use.
Yeah.
Is there any like tip you can share for fact checking better for people who like to post naman about their comments on current events or on significant topics or basically like trends, diba?
This relates to what I said earlier about big picture thinking. I caught this term called filter bubble. It was coined by Ellie Pariser. I'm not sure if I pronounced the last name correctly. But basically, parang online, diba, with algorithms and everything, we tend to get targeted by content that we resonate with. So that also parang filters the kind of information that we receive. So for example, nung past elections, or even in the US, diba, yung elections there, yung one side, they get their content and then they're in an echo chamber.
Yeah.
So,
Yun
para
lang
sa kanila,
naririnig mo.
ito lang. And then the other side, ganun din. So, I think that's something na we have to be aware of. That what our sources are. I think people know naman kung ano yung sources, diba? Correct sources. So, the next step, I believe, is to also evaluate where is that source in the, in the spectrum of, and are you also getting information from the other side? Diba? Hindi yung, it's just, and not because, kasi some people, they're afraid of getting or hearing content from, kunwari, those that have been tagged as fake news. Pero I think it's also a good exercise para makita ano yung nafe-feed dun sa ibang tao. So that also expands your perspective.
Tignan mo rin yung other side. No? Ganda. Okay yun. Pero tama yun kasi like yun nga, yung sa past elections, diba? Kung ano lang yung ano lang yung naririnig mo, ano yung nakikita mo, kayo-kayo lang yun eh. Paulit-ulit lang, diba?
Yeah. And
Nafi-filter
even now,
siya.
Yung sa Israel and Palestine, what's happening in Gaza, ganun din. It's also, ganun din yung nag-repeat din. And I think the more that we get, caught up in our echo chambers, and the farther we are from
The truth.
yeah.
Galing nga.
That's so deep
Mic
all of a
drop.
sudden.
Oo, parang minsan ka lang ganyan. High five. Diba? Galing. But yeah, so speaking of that, kasi I feel like social media is, yun nga, I feel like it's now a nice, convenient source of news. How is it even possible for people to distinguish between fake news or real news or something that's like made up lang?
Baka practical tips lang. Ganon.
Meron bang
How to distinguish.
Yeah? Is that even possible?
I think so. I mean, I think, kunwari on my page, what I do is, they're not so much opinions based on just my emotions, but based on fact. Like, for example, this sentence is wrong because blah, blah, blah. So, parang may basis ka na babalikan. So, I think ganun din dapat on social media. You have to check. And that's something I learned also in the media. Sino yung source? Kasi even sources, since they are people and human beings have biases, then, diba, it can also be a source of, medyo skewed yung opinion nila towards a certain belief. So, but it's hard to really distinguish, I think, because nga humans are biased and even figures, they were generated by humans, diba? So humans are also biased. So kailangan talaga people are taught to be critical thinkers at school.
And I suppose like you just want to read, listen, and watch the things you also want to read, listen, and watch.
Yeah,
diba?
yung filter bubble nga, diba?
I suppose. Diba? Kaya nga parang yun yung inisip eh. Kasi like parang before, di ba, when the past elections, very, very divisive, people would say, oh, fake news yan. But then for someone who's on the other side, or on the other side, it's like, it's not fake news to me.
Yeah.
Right?
And also there's you have to distinguish also between what is legal and what is ethical. I'm sure you would know that. Diba? Kasi some people will say, hindi, tama naman to kasi it's legal, pero not everything that's legal is also ethical, diba?
That's what she tells me all the time.
Oh, nice.
Diba?
I agree with you, Bea.
Ako kasi mas ethical sa In our family, wow.
Yeah, well, in our family, in our home, she is slightly more ethical than I am. Ever so slightly. Diba? But yeah.
I hope hindi naman kayo mag-away after the interview.
Hindi yan. Accept niya na yan. Well,
But yeah, in your home, how has your family supported this new career of yours?
I think I'm very blessed kasi my mom was very, kunwari, English na course, it's not very common.
Yeah, it's not.
And even the writing as a career,
Yeah,
it's also not
yeah.
lucrative. So parang I think I'm very blessed na my mom was like, okay, whatever you want. Although I guess also it comes with some privilege then. But I think I'm really happy. And also the values, lahat naman yan. I was raised by a single mom. So I think
Props.
kaya siguro medyo, I have that, nadadala ko yung ganong kind of upbringing on social media, and also women empowerment is one of the things that I also strive for with my posts. So I think that's also part of it, diba? Is my upbringing with my mom.
It's a very big advocacy for us here also for Convos at Home.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of guests talking about and discussing, just sharing their thoughts on women empowerment, diba? Parang it's 2024 now. It has progressed, but it could still be better, diba?
Yes.
On that end. Oh, gusto mo yun?
Oo.
Diba?
Oh, maganda yun, babe.
Ah.
Kailangan supportive din ako.
Bawi.
Bawi.
Yeah, and you know, there are so many more questions I want to ask, but we're running out of time. So before we end the episode, what is just one?
Okay, just
Hindi
one.
three, It's just one piece of advice or one key takeaway that the listeners, the viewers, the watchers, can bring home with them in respect of, making a positive impact on social media.
I think the most actionable would be comment with compassion.
Wow. So, okay
I think
yun
that's
na.
very, kasi even naman ako before, di ba parang sarap pakipagbardagulan online. Lalo na pag naniniwala ka. And, di ba? Pero, it's a challenge for all of us.
Hey, that's a good one. Yun na gagamitin ko for our next segment.
Sabi ko na nga ba.
Delete.
I-delete mo yan, babe. Yun na po ang aking submission for quote of the day, because in this episode, we will close it by sharing social media, a quote, a phrase or a thought that we picked up from our conversation today. I was going to say, first of all, it was supposed to be very sometimes. That was supposed to be my favorite phrase for this entire episode.
I usually don't have grammatical errors or errors like that because I come from a very anal background.
Yeah, super.
Diba? Pero I was very sometimes.
Oo nga, ganda.
My mentors would be like, Jech, what the hell are you doing? Diba? But yeah, yours is very sometimes.
Yeah, well, very sometimes, and I really like the comment with compassion. If we're gonna give a serious quote for the day, I like comment with compassion because I feel like I need that. Instead of just deleting.
Hindi ka compassionate
Di. Kaya nga dinidelete ko kasi baka kung ano masabi ko. Wow.
Gets.
Diba?
Okay.
Ikaw.
Me, there's so many. I feel like it's not the particular phrase or a thought. It's really more thinking about what you want to post and before you post it. Diba? That's the first one. I think that's the general theme. And then I guess the second one is yung substance or yung value ng ano yung contribution ng post mo sa social media world. Yeah. It's easy to say, but I feel like it's very difficult to
actually do.
Yeah. Because I mean, like me, what do I post about? I just post a lot about shoes. What value does that bring to anyone, diba?
It makes people confident in themselves.
Correct.
Si Pola naman.
Ayun.
Ano ang ating quote of the day?
Pati ako?
Oo.
Oh my God.
Kahit ano lang. It doesn't
Dapat tatlo. Si Brian, 3.
Sabi ko top 3. Parang mini nuggets
Parang
lang
wala
naman
naman siya
hinihingi
sa
ko.
sa outline na 3. Parang nag-3 siya.
Gusto ko
Sige.
lang.
Paula, tatlo.
I like our discussion about how we approach comments kasi iba-iba tayo ng perspective. Diba? I think it's also important for people to know that behind the page are human beings and we have different kinds of diba, iba-iba. Like ako, I might get hurt easily. Some people like Jech, parang parang
Okay lang, engage ko kayo.
carry lang, yeah. Pero iba-iba, humans din tayo. So I really like that. Iba-iba din tayo ng approach.
Wow. All right. So those are our quotes. First time ako na quote, babe.
Kasi naman bigla ka nag-comment with compassion bago tong
Ang ganda
segment
nun eh,
na to.
ang ganda
Parang
nun
ganda,
eh.
pasok naman. Hindi na siya.
Pasok siya.
Kasi yung memory ng asawa ko, hindi na siya.
Oh man, it goes like this.
Mga
Just goes out.
ganyan. So ano yung nasabi mo nung question number 1? Wala.
Oh, ano nga ba yung
Diba?
question? Yes. So thank you so much, Paula,
Thank you.
for spending
Thank
time with
you.
us today.
I had fun.
Very, very
Thank you.
enlightening episode.
Yeah, very light also.
Yeah, no. I feel like it is light, but it's something worth listening to, especially if you're a big social media user yourself.
Yeah.
Diba?
Sakto. Would you let us know where can people find you online?
So I'm on Instagram at Mischief Editor. And I have a workshop. Actually,
Uy.
it's with Miss Mirza season.
You know.
Yes,
From
sir.
your last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a workshop called Career Glow Up.
Oo.
It is on executive presence, care of Miss Mears, and then CV makeovers, care of me.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's on Feb 3 at 1 p.m. And it's going to be available on site in Makati at Odd Cafe or online. So
Oh,
people
cool,
can get
cool.
their tickets at www.mischiefeditor.com.
That's
Wow.
cool. You
Hey,
do
that's
CV
cool.
makeovers too.
Yes.
that's-
Baka
so
kailangan ko ng
helpful.
ganyan. Eh, hindi
Oh,
man ako
okay,
alis
oh.
sa work, pero hindi naman ako alis. HR.
Baka naririnig nila to.
No, but you know what? That's the hardest thing
Oh,
to do.
that's
Sorry,
great.
this is like a totally different topic.
Yeah.
But like when I was making my CV, and I had so many things to put, I feel like parang okay naman yung malalagay ko. Pero just to construct it, I'm like, it's
That's
difficult. It's difficult.
That's difficult.
Diba?
I'm sure that's very helpful. Tapos
Yeah.
sa Odd Cafe pa sila.
Which I like the drinks
so,
there.
Yeah. So hip.
Diba?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, tapos tayo, babe. Mahanap nila ako at Bea_Benedicto. Instagram, TikTok. You?
Me at Jech, no underscore.
yeah.
Diba? Just Jech across all social media platforms.
Yeah. Pero may bago na siyang Facebook page, guys. Follow nyo ang broski.
People have been telling me to make a Facebook page. I'm just trying it out.
You gotta do it.
I'm just trying it out. I mean, no expectations. Just whatever the wherever the wind takes me.
Wow.
There you
Fly
go.
away.
There you
And
go.
that wraps up our episode for today.
For more internet things and latest updates on trends, follow PLDT Home on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter or X, TikTok, and YouTube.
Give your home Wi-Fi connection a boost as well when you avail of Fiber Plus Plan 1899.
That is powered by internet speeds of up to 200 Mbps and comes with 2 Wi-Fi mesh units, plus more exciting promos and giveaways monthly.
Woohoo! Visit pldthome.com/fiber-upgrade for more details.
This has been Convos at Home by PLDT Home.
A space for conversations best shared at home.
Catch you guys next time.
Bye!